Hey, I'm a perfect. I just noticed that the camera my shirt is black. So.
Oh, you know what? That's the Zoom camera does that, but it looks normal to everybody
on
else.
Facebook, live on YouTube, and Twitch is just about ready.
All right, we are live. Yeah, Andy, I had the same problem. The first couple episodes of the show, I didn't realize that the Zoom window did that. So if you go back to like the very first episodes, the sign behind me is actually flipped backwards because I thought I was doing the right thing by reversing the letters on the sign. And everybody was like, the show looks great, but why is the sign backwards? Is that like some sort of a joke we're supposed to get?
Yeah.
We know we're only reversed to the person. So this is not reversed to you guys?
No, it looks perfectly legible left to right for me. Yeah. You can
If I
change
could read
this.
it.
You can change the settings on Zoom, but then it really screws you up because then your screen is it's weird. So for those of you who've tuned in now and are listening to the pre-show, this is Zoom chat. We discuss all the technical issues that come up in the midst of your Zoom meetings. This is going to be a very standard, boring affair.
Boring to some.
Well, that's true.
I'm good with it.
Where are we at on time now?
30 seconds-ish. We're at 30:35 right now.
Very much.
All right, silence. 20 seconds.
It
guys.
always is. That's the standard for the show. You got to be quiet.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear you. That's it.
Now.
10 seconds, Chris.
All right. Well, you got to get ready to make a little bit of noise because we're gonna kick this thing off. All right.
And 5.
And 5. Thank you very much. Well, you know what, everybody? I got one thing that I at least need to say to you, and it's this: it's Tuesday night. You've been shopping for vaccine card frames on Etsy, and you finally have a reason to like Major League Baseball. This is quarantine.
Yes.
That's the energy we're looking for here. Everybody came to win. You just keep it down. Mom is sleeping.
Gonna get angry and hit the bottle again, so let's keep it quiet here, guys.
All right, hello, and welcome everybody once again to Quarantine, the game show that keeps the social in social distancing. My name is Chris Iannucci, and I am your host this evening, back again for another wonderful edition of our favorite trivia show. And we have two amazing teams who are joining us from both sides of the country, and they cannot wait to perform for your amusement. Let's meet them right now. Coming up first from the Chicago comedy scene, you've seen their stuff online, you follow them on Instagram, and if you don't, you should. It's the wonderful Bear With Us. And tonight, playing on Bear With Us, we have Peyton, we have Andrew, and we have Marty. Give a big wave for the folks at home. Bear with us. How are you doing this evening?
Feeling good, Chris.
Fantastic. How are you guys?
Happy to be here.
We're doing great and so glad to have you. And Peyton, it's your first time on the show, so we're looking forward to what you have in store for us tonight. Andy, Martin, we know you guys are always good to go, so we are excited to have you. Thank you once again for joining us.
Cool.
And their opponents this evening, coming to us from the West Coast, from LA and Santa Barbara, respectively, it is the amazingly talented, the wonderfully hilarious Dead Kevin. And playing tonight for Dead Kevin, we have Ahmed, we have Jack, and we have Ryan. And Dead Kevin, welcome so much. Thank you so much. Welcome to the program tonight. How are you three doing this evening?
I'm hungry for blood.
I'm ready to take home this gold, baby.
All right, fantastic.
Hats versus skulls. Let's go.
That's it. We decided before the show started today it was going to be hats versus no hats, and they came to play. But if they're going to play, they're going to need somebody behind the scenes pulling the strings, and that leads me to introduce the man behind the curtain, the wonderfully amazing, our tech guru, my brother, Al Iannucci. Al, how are you tonight?
I'm doing. Thank you. I'm doing good, Chris. How are you?
I'm doing good. It looks like you died from dysentery tonight, Al.
Believe it or not, it's not from dysentery. I just happened to be wearing the shirt. I was so excited for the show tonight. I took a heart attack, and I'm in the middle of a near-death experience.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
and yet you still managed to pull off running the show.
Chris,
so thank you so much for.
Do you think I would let you down, Chris?
Never, not in a million years, and that's why
Well,
I love you.
now.
All right. Well, thank you so much for everything that you do, and we're going to check in with you later on in the show, Al.
Perfect.
But for right,
Good luck,
for right
teams.
now, For those of you who have never seen the show before, first of all, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We know that you're going to have a fantastic time, but you may be sitting there and wondering, Chris, how does this whole shebang work? Well, shut up, because I'm going to explain it to you right now. In front of me, I have a series of wonderfully handcrafted trivia categories that were prepared by myself and our team here at Quarantine, the game show. Now, I'm going to present these categories and the questions therein to our two teams. They'll have roughly 60 seconds to answer each question. If they get the question right, they get the points. If they get the question wrong, or if they run out of time, it means that the opposing team gets a chance to steal for half the amount of points. And now along the way, we have a few extra games thrown in there to try to shake our contestants off their heels. And we're going to see how they handle those when we get to them. But most importantly, there's going to be points throughout the show tonight where we're going to be needing help from you. Yes, you, sitting right there on the couch, from our wonderful audience chat. So there will be times throughout the show tonight where we're going to ask you to either give us a suggestion or vote for which team you think played the game better, starting right now with our first audience suggestion. So here's what we need from you at home. Get those fingers moving. We're looking for a suggestion of an embarrassing life event. Now, this can be real or this can be imagined, but we're looking for not something tragic, just something embarrassing. So come up with as many as you want, put as many as you like in the chat, and we have people who are monitoring who are going to take the best suggestions that you come up with, and we're going to use them for a little something further on down the line. But for right now, let's get to our first trivia category of the evening. Now, it was reported in the news earlier that there was a bar in rural Illinois that actually celebrated a reopening in an enclosed event a few days ago. And the CDC has actually linked this one bar to an outbreak of 46 new cases in the area that spread to the local school and shut down the school of 650 kids for the next 2 weeks. So reopening is going really great. And actually, this might be the most dangerous grand reopening since Jurassic World. Well, speaking of bars and speaking of movies, we thought that we would ask our contestants some questions about some movie bars that are probably a lot more safer to visit than real life bars in our first category of the evening called Setting the Bar. And these are all questions that have to do with fictional movie bars. All right, Dead Kevin, you're going to be getting the first question of the evening. This is round one. All trivia questions are worth 100 points. Stealing gets you 50. Y'all ready for this?
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
All right.
dun, dun.
All right, first question. Located nearby the Greenway in the town of Bree, the Prancing Pony is an inn and tavern where travelers can find a pint, or in the case of this film, a few half pints, before setting out on an adventure. What is the movie?
It's Lord of the Rings, right?
You just say it?
Or you could talk about it, or you can say it out loud. Or
I think it's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Lord of the
There you
Rings.
go.
Ship of the Ring.
We'll see the rest of our time.
Fantastic, concise, and coming right out of the gate. That is your final answer.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw a
should've
cringe
been
there.
careful about it,
Lord of the Rings is correct for 100 points. Great job, Dan. Kevin.
but-
All right, let's move
Uh,
over to. It's wow, right in front of you, huh? Okay. You don't need to gloat. All right.
He's in a library.
We get it. We get it. You can read. All right. This next question goes over to Bear With Us. This one's for 100 points. Jack Rabbit Slims is the iconic Hollywood nostalgia gym juke joint, complete with race car booths, celebrity impersonating waitstaff, and a famous $5 milkshake that is the setting for a very famous scene from this film.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction, right?
Pulp Fiction. Let's lock that in.
Lock in.
Final answer.
Fire
Locking it
away.
in.
Let's lock in.
I
quicker than-
also-
lock us in quicker. So
Pulp Fiction is correct for 100 points. Great job. Bear with us. All right, back over to Dead Kevin. This one's yours. If live music and cheap beer aren't enough to get you to visit the Double Deuce, then the bouncer should definitely do the trick. In this film's bar, you don't order a round, you order a roundhouse. What is the film?
Roundhouse.
Is it there a movie called Roundhouse?
A karate movie?
Roadhouse. Matt Dillon.
Roadhouse, maybe? That's a bar movie?
Order a roundhouse.
I feel like that bar was called Roadhouse.
Oh shit.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
I absolutely can. If live music and cheap beer aren't enough to get you to visit the Double Deuce, then the bouncer should definitely do the trick. In this film's bar, you don't order a round, you order a roundhouse.
Okay.
Jean-Claude Van Damme is the bouncer because he's gonna kick you or something.
Yeah.
I want to just say Roadhouse.
Sure.
I have no idea. Sure, we'll say Roadhouse.
We'll go with
Roadhouse. Final answer, Roadhouse.
Why not?
Starring Patrick Swayze, Roadhouse is correct for 100 points.
Hey,
Nice job,
hey,
Dead
don't
Kevin.
fucking say the answer next time, dude.
What the? Shut your heads. Shut the. Let's next question. Let's go.
All right, let's do that. You're absolutely right, Peyton. Next
the
question.
only reason we got it.
How are we supposed
Right.
to work?
You're in our team now.
Thank
You guys, if Al can move the boards around if you want to switch teams in.
Yeah.
No. All right. More than just a swanky gin joint, Rick's Cafe American serves as a shelter from the conflict-ridden world that surrounds it for the European officials, refugees, and petty crooks who gather to raise a glass in this iconic film.
It's not Lord of the Rings, is it?
I have a tendency to not put the same answer in the same category
Right.
twice.
Good to know.
Marty, anything?
Can you reread the question, sir?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's more than just a swanky gin joint. Rick's Cafe American serves as a shelter from the conflict-ridden world that surrounds it for the European officials, refugees, and petty crooks who gather to raise a glass in this iconic film.
Okay. I don't know why my head went to Inglourious Bastards, but it's not that.
Well, my head also went to like Nazis and stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Rick's Cafe
the
America.
bar scene in Schindler's List where they all wind down with the. Let's just do Bastards. I honestly
Yeah,
can't-
let's go Inglorious Bastards. That sounds correct.
Yeah, but the whole thing is they never chilled at American places.
Right. Well,
That's
hang
like
on.
the whole point of the movie.
Rick's
Nah,
Cafe.
dude, I love America. All right, fine. What's a movie where they're in Europe and they go to an American?
And this is where European officials chill. This isn't
Yeah.
where Americans chill. Yeah.
Couple more seconds. I do need an answer from you.
Oh Christ! What's the movie with Tom Cruise, Valkyrie? Shit.
Yeah.
All right, I do need an answer from you.
There's the
Valkyrie. Valkyrie,
Yeah,
final answer.
I mean, it is.
Everybody loves the iconic bar scene from Valkyrie, but no, unfortunately, that is not correct, which means, Dead Kevin, you have an opportunity to steal for 50 points. Which film features the bar of Rick's Cafe American?
I originally wanted to say Hunger Games, but I don't think that takes place in a real place, does it?
War-torn European people.
Okay, a couple seconds, and I do need an answer from you.
Jack?
We'll say Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah, Inglourious
All right,
Bastards.
Inglourious Bastards is your final answer. Again, a lot of good bar scenes in Inglourious Bastards, but no, Casablanca is the name of the movie. Going way back. So no points awarded
Rick.
to either team. You know,
That was
Rick.
our next guess.
All right, Dead Kevin, this is the last question of the category. This one is for you for 100 points. If you're into cold, sterile, and futuristic decor, or just a fan of drinking drug-infused milk out of ceramic mannequins, then the Korova Milk Bar from this classic film may just be the place for you.
Jack, you're the movie guy.
Sitting back.
Drinking out of a mannequin.
Yeah, drinking milk out of a mannequin.
Milk mannequin.
I would say Blade Runner or
Sounds like a Blade Runner thing. Or Total Recall. Did they do that?
could you do it? Yeah, could you do it one more time?
Absolutely. If you're into cold, sterile, and futuristic decor, or just a fan of drinking drug-infused milk out of ceramic mannequins, then the Korova Milk Bar from this classic film may just be the place for you.
Classic.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool with dropping Blade Runner on this. I'm not super confident about it, but
Yeah, that sounds
Final answer.
realistic.
Final answer, Blade Runner?
God, Blade Runner.
I am so sorry. Blade Runner is not the correct answer, which means bear with us. You can get 50 points if you can tell me which movie features the Korova Milk Bar.
I'm feeling a Clockwork Orange, guys.
So am I, dude. Let's lock it in. I also felt it. Let's do it.
Peyton?
Final answer?
Peyton, you got it?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I'm gonna go with a Clockwork Orange.
Confidence from Peyton there on that one. All right, final answer. And bear with us. It's where you can hang out with your droogs. It's from A Clockwork Orange for 50 points. Great
For
job. All right. Well,
And I've
that's
never
the end.
seen it.
that's the end of the category. But you know what? While we're on the subject of bars, I think the thing that I miss most about going to a bar is when you're out having a good time, you're having a celebration with your buddies, and somebody has a reason that they need to celebrate or they need to drink away their sorrow. And what do you do when that happens? Well, you find the perfect toast. So we're going to challenge our contestants right now to come up with the most appropriate toast that they can think of for a very unfortunate situation. Now, we asked you at the top of the show for a couple of suggestions for an embarrassing life event, either real or imagined. And Al, do we get 2 suggestions from the audience?
We did.
Okay, great. So here's how this is going to work. We're going to play a game called Cheers. We're going to give each team a suggestion from the audience, and you each have something in front of you that you can write down on. You can use it if you like, or if you want to come up with something off the cuff, that's completely up to you. But we're going to give you a few seconds to pen a nice little verse, something that you could use to help toast a friend who has just gone through a particularly embarrassing life event. Make them sincere, make them funny, make them however you'd like, because when you're done toasting, we're going to give the audience an opportunity to vote on which team did it better. Make sense to everybody?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. So we're going to give each team your thing that you're cheersing. We're going to give you a few seconds. We'll put 60 seconds on the clock, let's say, and you guys will have an opportunity to write down some thoughts. And then when time's up, we're going to go through the whole thing and see who did it better. So Al, can we please get a suggestion for Dead Kevin? What is the embarrassing life event that they're all out drinking about?
Calling your elementary school teacher mom.
Ooh.
So your buddy accidentally called his elementary school teacher mom, and you're going to celebrate him for it. So that's your suggestion. And then bear with us. What is your embarrassing event?
That's going to be saying, okay, love you, bye, on the phone to your boss.
All right. Accidentally saying love you, bye to your boss. So dig deep, come up with something sentimental, something moving, make it rhyme if you'd like. Go nuts. But we're going to give you a few seconds to jot something down, and we're going to check in with you. Al, if you want to just maybe run a clock, and we'll see how far we get.
And go.
And not many people know this, but Al, you're actually the resident Toastmaster here.
I am.
Right?
I happen to know quite a few toasts, and usually if no one could think of one, I'm the one that'll throw one out.
Do you have one for our audience this evening? I'll raise a glass for you.
Sure. Actually, I'm raising one too. You can't see me because I'm hidden by the timer, but Chris, I drink to your health when I'm with you. I drink to your health when I'm alone. I drink to your health so often that I'm starting to worry about my own. Cheers.
Cheers. Fantastic. He's good for more than just tech stuff, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, teams, I hope you've got something very profound and very poignant
20
to say
seconds,
to
Chris.
our audience. We'll give you a few more seconds, then we're going to call pens down.
And
See some
10 seconds,
furious
Chris.
writing. We got some real... Peyton looks like he's really digging deep.
5, 4.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, everybody. And let's kick this thing off. Let's start it off with Dead Kevin. You guys look like you got some smiles on your faces, like you're ready to go. So remember, Dead Kevin, you are cheersing because you, what was it, Al? They accidentally called their teacher mom?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Let's start with Ahmed. Let's see what you got for us.
Oh man, I was hoping that maybe other people could over. I didn't have a lot. But what's a mom? But a lady with boobs that's older than you. We're all moms. Here's mom.
Cheers. Everyone's a mom.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Ryan, let's hear yours.
Okay. To my friend, Craig. You called the teacher mom, but ease your mind. It's not your fault that you were born blind.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, last on the team, but certainly not the least. Let's get Jack.
I go real informal with toasts, but hey, let's raise our glasses to our buddy Todd, who he loves his mom a lot. He misses her a lot all the time. Sometimes when he's not around her, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with him him wishing his mom was there by accident when he's at school.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Leave him alone.
Sometimes the best toasts are the one that sound like you've already had a few. All right, great job, Dead Kevin. Fantastic work, but that leaves us with Bear With Us, who have a trio of toasts that they're going to use to console or congratulate their friend who just hung up on their boss by saying, I love you. Let's start with Peyton. Peyton, let's see what you got for us.
Well, I have nothing to sip on, but I do have this nice table lamp, so we'll use this.
There you go.
Tonight we drink, so tomorrow we're too hungover to give a shit about the awkward HR meeting about telling us not to say, okay, bye, love you, to our boss, who will ultimately fire us here in the near week.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, Marty, let's see what you got for us.
Jesus said to love your enemies. I guess when it comes to your boss, you consider him a frenemy. I love you by and by the by, I love you, boss. How much I do sometimes makes me cry. Cheers.
Wow.
Cheers. Marty, that was beautiful. All right, and last but not least, let's hear Andy's. Andy, what you got for us?
All right, I went Irish with this one. I've got a man who's like no other, closer than a father, familiar like a brother. His heart inside of mine will raise me. Damn it, do I love the man who pays me. Cheers.
Cheers. Fantastic work. Bear with us. Excellently crafted, all 6 of you. But it's not up to me to decide who did the best job. It's up for you, our audience at home, to decide. And here's how this works. No matter where you're watching us from, whatever streaming platform you're using, if you think that Dead Kevin did the best trio of toasts, you're going to put the number 1, just the number 1, into your chat bar, and you're going to click send. If you want to vote for Bear With Us for best toasts, you're going to put the number 2 into your chat bar, just the number 2, and you're going to click send. And we've got a fancy chat robot that's going to count up all of your votes, and we're going to tell you exactly who's going to win an extra 200 points for their team based on whoever gets the most votes. But we'll give you the results to that after we come back from a quick word from one of our wonderful sponsors. Take a look.
Do you live in an area currently engulfed by pollution from wildfires? Has binge watching and doom scrolling left you feeling overstimulated and anxious? Are you lonely and locked down in an apartment with no hope of seeing nature? Then come live in the moment with Only Birds, the app that brings live amateur bird watching to you. The maddening monotony of home melts away as you watch a cardinal chew on sunflower seeds. Get lost in the branches of a tree, and then find a woodpecker. Oh, whoa, another one. How many are there? Oh, me, that was cool. Ignore the notification on your phone that something terrible just happened. The birds don't know, and they're doing just fine. Wow, this tufted titmouse just can't seem to get a peanut. Been there, done that. Get a sneak peek at conflict in the window feeder. Mondays, am I right? Hey now, you're not a bird. Get out of that window feeder. Save that footage for only squirrels. Only birds. Take a mental break before you have a mental breakdown.
And we're back. And a big thank you to our friends, the mothers, who sent us that ad along. We really appreciate it. So welcome back to the show. And I do believe that we have some votes that have been tallied, and we have some points that need to be given out. So Al, did we get a vote count on who did the best toasting this evening?
I do. I just want to double check too. You did say 1 for Dead Kevin's, right?
I did say 1 for Dead Kevin and 2 for Bear With Us.
All right. So yep. So the Dead Kevin's, they won that one.
All right. Well, Dead Kevin, congratulations. You've just scored another 200 points. And by my count, I have a score total right now. Al, please back me up on this one. I have Bear With Us with 150 points.
Correct. Yep.
And I have Dead Kevin in the lead right now with 400. But it is still anybody's game. So there is still plenty more to go. And there's another opportunity for you to win some more audience votes starting right now with our next audience suggestion. We need some more suggestions from you, our wonderful audience. So get those fingers ready. We are looking for 3 different things from you right now. So please, into the chat, if you could give us a suggestion of an animal, an expensive item, and a public space. You can give us 1, 2, all 3, multiples of any of those. We'll take any and all suggestions you want to give us in the chat. But at the minimum, we need an animal, an expensive item, and a public space. We're going to take the 2 best of each of those, and we're going to use those for something a little bit further on down the line. But right now, we are moving into round 2, where the points are worth 200 for a correct question. Stealing gets you 100. And we actually have a very special guest who we were lucky enough to have on the show this evening. Now, in my research with dealing with a lot of the coronavirus stuff that's been going on, I'm lucky enough that I actually got in touch with a man named Reggie Canner. Now, Reggie is an entrepreneur and an amateur immunologist. And he's been dabbling in what he believes might be the next big COVID vaccine. And he was gracious enough to come on the show tonight to answer a few questions for us. So if you would please, Al, could you please patch through Mr. Reggie Canner?
He's up.
He's up. I'm sorry, I don't see him. Reggie, I don't see you.
He should be there.
Oh, hey there, Chris. Totally forgot we were doing this. Sorry, I'm celebrating. I'm still at the beach celebrating my, my vaccine. What?
Reggie, where are you?
Clearwater, Florida.
No, I mean, where is all of you? I can't see most of you.
Oh, right. Slight side effect, feature of the vaccine. And it's the only vaccine that turns you invisible, Chris.
Well, that doesn't necessarily seem like it's a good thing.
There are uses for it, I'm sure, but yeah, sorry again for my tardiness. I have my questions. My head's here. Oh. I can still.
Okay, so you have questions. All right, well then, fantastic. If you want to take our contestants for a spin on some questions, then by all means, we'd love to have you. So the floor is yours.
All right. All right. Who's first?
Oh, why don't you start with Bear With Us?
All right. Bear with us. Number 1. What color is a chameleon's skin?
Maybe, do we have some options for them, or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do have some options. We have A, transparent, B, black, C, blue, or D, white.
Black.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they're green.
Isn't that a gecko?
No. My sister had one, but it died from being not eating. But I kind of want to go transparent because they change.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
But transparent is not a color, so I'm gonna have to go black.
Yeah, but you should choose the one that's least like the others.
Where did you learn that one?
How about how are we doing on? Are we getting the time light here?
You got a few more seconds to debate here. I'll let you know.
Black. I think white's too obvious of an answer. There's no way it's blue and transparent.
I think both are shades of gray. I'm gonna go blue.
Wow. And I want to do transparent.
Okay, cool. So let's do white.
Okay, let's go. Let's lock in on white. Is that okay with you, Martin?
Sure.
All right, I do need an answer from you now. You have run out of time, so.
Well, we're gonna lock it in. We're gonna go white.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, Reggie, please.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's incorrect.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but Reggie, if you wouldn't mind, what is the correct answer?
It was transparent. I hear what you're saying. Transparent isn't a color, but sorry.
The least like the rest. I'm telling you.
Wow, I'm so sorry. But do you have a question for Dead Kevin then?
Yes, I do. Number 2. We have, what was the code name during World War II for the pattern of camo commonly known as military camo? Was it A, laser, B, blazer, C, razor, or D, scorpion?
One that the
Those all
most
sound pretty badass.
Most different.
different is a good strategy. I like
Yeah,
that. Good philosophy.
Yeah, laser and blazer sounds like the dodgeball speech.
Yeah.
Never heard of that movie.
I don't know. I kind of blazer sounds like I would say blazer or scorpion.
Yeah, because blazer, you're like you blend in London because everyone wears
Yeah.
a blazer, probably.
Yeah. The laser sounds more military-ish.
You guys want to
Yeah,
do blazer?
but you wouldn't want to sound too military-ish, would you?
No, it's just the way it looks.
Oh, it's the way it looks.
That's all they're trying to hide. They're trying to hide
No
themselves.
one's talking about razor.
Blazer.
I'll say a scorpion.
Yeah, let's go scorpion.
Scorpion.
Why not?
Why not?
Locking it in?
Use that
Alright.
technique. Now we'll lock
Most
it in.
different. Most different.
It's different for the win.
You were correct. Scorpion it was.
Congratulations, Dead Kevin. That's 200 points for your team.
Woo!
All right.
Next
Well,
one.
one more for Bear With Us, Mr. Canner?
Yeah, I do. What was the job of the Allies' 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, also known as the quote-unquote Ghost Army? A, sabotage on the front lines. B, to scare the enemy with spooky noises. C, use inflatable tanks, fake radio chatter to confuse the enemy. Or D, declassified in 1993, this squadron flew high enough not to be seen, but were still able to take detailed photos using new tech.
Wow. So there are two most difference here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marty.
What did the Ghost Squadron do?
Oh, they're called the Ghost Squadron?
They were
That
called
was
the
in the
Ghost,
question, correct? Yep.
the Ghost Army.
The Ghost
I
Army,
will-
excuse me.
Ghost
I
Army.
was a big fan of the inflatable balloon thing.
Yeah, I like the inflatable tanks.
Fun.
They gotta be stabbing pigs.
It's got to be.
Peyton, I say we go with Marty on this one. It's snap and pit. Whatever that really long one was.
Yeah.
Because the same part of his brain that said most different is telling me most longest one now.
Hey, what do I know? My hat's forward, right? So let's go with Marty's answer.
You're going to go with D, declassified in 1993. The squad flew high enough not to be seen, but used new tech.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. The actual answer was C, use inflatable tanks, fake radio chatter to confuse the enemy.
See,
You
here's
gotta
the
be
thing.
joking.
The,
Oh my
the,
God.
the answer was most different, but Peyton's hat was most different of your team. You
That's
should have gone with
true.
Peyton on that one.
Oh.
So
No, that's
Impressed with someone writing that long of a wrong answer.
Yeah, I know.
Trending, yeah.
Not got there.
Wasting
How
everybody.
many examples for you to believe me?
he's a man of mystery. Well, do you have maybe one more question for Dead Kevin?
Yes, I have one more question. All right. What did Flight Lieutenant Shorty Longbottom, why did Flight Lieutenant Shorty Longbottom have a pink Spitfire? Was it A, it was his lucky color? B, it blends in with the sky? C, so they knew he feared no man? D, he didn't want to change the original color. D, he didn't want to change from the original color that it came in due to superstition.
You know what a Spitfire is?
No.
I think it's an airplane.
Airplane.
It's a type of
Oh,
airplane.
okay.
I would say the last D. I would say
What was D?
It was
I didn't want to change it from the original color because he
Yeah.
didn't.
superstition. So
Superstition.
the plane was originally pink?
Yeah.
Default setting, I guess.
Maybe the metal. Maybe they didn't paint it yet.
Yeah. Underneath all planes, it's really just hot pink.
It was baby pink, yeah.
They have a lot. They got a lot of buckets of pink
At Boeing.
over at the plane factory.
Good old plane factory.
Maybe because I actually kind of think the sky thing sounds pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it's only at sunset.
You're saying B blends in with the sky?
No.
I mean, no. I was just throwing it out there to my team. If you guys,
Oh, sorry.
if you guys
I was thinking about that one too, maybe.
It only really works at sunset, right?
Yeah. So you gotta fight.
I'll give you
Fear no
give you a
man.
few more seconds, and then I do need an answer from you, though.
Okay.
We'll go with the pink. I mean, if you guys feel good about the pink, original pink.
Yeah. D.
D.
We're going D. Didn't want to change the original color due to superstition. I'm sorry. The actual answer was B because it blends in better with the sky.
Oh,
They tried blue, but it didn't quite work out.
Wow.
Who doesn't blend in?
I don't know. All right. Well, Dr. Canner or Reggie Canner, I don't know if you're an actual doctor, but thank you. Oh, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend your sensibilities.
Chris,
but,
I do
yeah.
gotta go. This seems to be another side effect of the vaccine. I don't know what's happening to me.
Okay.
Everyone have a good time.
thank you.
Good luck.
Doctor.
Good luck, Dr. Canner. All right. Well, thank you so much for all of that.
I'll
and,
remember you.
And we'll never forget you either, Mr. Canner. Well, thank you so much for that. And teams, good job with those questions. They were a little tricky, but we did score some extra points there. And right now I have Dead Kevin still in the lead with 600.
Correct.
And I have Bear With Us with 150 points. But again, there is still a ton of time to make up on lost points here. And so we're going to move into our next game. Now, in addition to the fact that we are seeing some, advances in the fight against COVID-19 and the increased immunizations and vaccinations, which is all fantastic, there actually still has been a recent spike in cases, specifically in the last 2 weeks, specifically with people who are around the age of 30 or younger. And a lot of people are attributing the rise in cases amongst younger people to the fact that so many people went down to Florida for spring break a couple of weeks ago and then went back home to spread coronavirus amongst their peers. Well, now, obviously, it's never a good thing. It's very disheartening. But let's not forget, this isn't the first time that we've seen a very weird or troubling headline come from the state of Florida. So we're going to quiz our contestants tonight on just how much weirdness actually goes on in the state of Florida with our next game that I'm calling Florida Man. And here's how this works. Now, this is not your regular trivia category. In front of me, I have a series of 12 headlines that come from Florida media outlets. Now, some of these are real, and some of these are ones that I made up. This is not a team game. I'm going to give each of you individually a news headline, and it is going to be up to you to tell me whether or not this headline actually happened, or if it's one that I invented. There's 12 of them. You'll each get 2. If you get the question correct, it means you score your team 100 points. Make sense to everybody? All right, fantastic. So we are going to start this one off with, bear with us. Let's start with you. Peyton, this is yours. Please tell me if this is a real headline from a Florida media outlet. Florida man beats ATM, says it gave him too much cash.
Florida man upset with too much money. I'm going to say false.
No.
Peyton, this one is actually real, and if you look at Al's monitor, there's the headline for you to prove it. Take a look. Florida man beats ATM, says he gave him too much cash. Who knows why he got upset, but he did, so that's no points awarded for you. Let's move over to Ahmed. This one's for you. Ahmed, please tell me if this is real or fake. Florida man accused of forcing alligator to drink beer.
I mean, yeah, hell yeah.
Saying it's true? You got way too... Were you the Florida man? Because this is a real headline. So that is 100 points for Dead Kevin. All right. Let's move on to the next one. This one, Andy, this one is for you. Oh, sorry, say again? Okay, great. All right, let's move over to Andy. Andy, please tell me if this is a real or a fake headline. Florida woman dressed as clown stops traffic on freeway.
That honestly sounds a little tame for Florida. I'm gonna say false, not real.
Andy, you're correct. I made that one up, which means you get there with us another 100 points. Great job. All right, let's go over to Ryan. Ryan, please tell me if this is real or fake. Man dressed as Grim Reaper goes on Florida beach tour to scare off visitors. Real or fake?
I'm going to say that's real.
Ryan, it is real for 100 points. Great job. There's the headline picture for you if Al wants to throw that one up. All right. This next one, let's go over. He really got into it too. Let's go over to Marty. Marty, this one is for you. Florida man caught breaking into Chick-fil-A says God gave him permission.
Ooh, that's real.
Yeah, gotta be.
Marty, unfortunately, I made that one up, so that means there's no points on that one, but you still got one more coming, so don't worry. All right, this next one over to Jack. Tell me if this is real or fake. Florida man assaults neighbor with kiddie pool, escapes on stolen lawnmower.
I'm gonna say fake.
Jack, that one is fake for 100 points. Great job. All right, we're going to start back over at the top of the order. Peyton, this one is for you. Tell me if this is real or fake. Florida man sues ex-wife over alimony, claims shrimp can be used as an acceptable form of payment.
Oh my God. I'm gonna say that is fake.
Peyton, that one is fake, which means you just got your team another 100 points. Great job. All right, Ahmed, this one is for you. Please tell me if this is real or fake. Florida woman is selling a chicken tender shaped like a manatee for $5,000.
Ooh. Real.
Ahmed, I'm sorry, I made that one up, so there is no points for that. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I read that one wrong. This is real. I'm sorry, I got that completely confused. This is a real one. I know. Yeah, no, there's the photo of it. I have it in the wrong column, so that's my fault. Nope, that is 100 points for Dead Kevin. Great job. I even fooled myself. That's how good some of these are. All right. All right, Andy, this one is for you. Please tell me if this is real or fake. Florida woman removed from town council meeting after setting own hair on fire.
Again, it seems a little bit too normal for Florida. I'm going to say that one's fake.
Andy, it sounds like you spend a lot of time in Florida because that one is fake for 100 points. Great job.
I am from the South.
All right, next one, we're going over to Ryan. Ryan, please tell me if this one is real or fake. Florida man climbs on playground equipment to tell children where babies come from.
Okay. I'm going to say that's fake.
Would that it could be fake, Ryan, but no, unfortunately, this thing actually happened, and we have the headline to prove it. There it is for you. Wow. All right. Going over to Marty. Marty, this one is for you. Right. Florida man disguises himself in bull costume as he tries to burn down former lover's house with pasta sauce. Real or fake?
Okay. That's fake.
Marty, this one's real. I'll show him the headline.
Go, Mal.
There's gotta be a house covered.
Hold on.
The same guy.
There's a lot of gaps in the logic there, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
But yes, there was a pasta sauce themed burglary that was attempted here. All right, and the last one of the category, and Jack, this one is for you. Florida man removed from public fountain claims he was, quote, searching for missing gold.
That sounds real.
Jack, unfortunately, I did make that one up, so there are no points awarded on that one. But these can be tricky because there's a lot of weird shit that goes on in Florida. But great job, everybody. And I wish I could say that was the end. That was the end of our bizarre news segment. But unfortunately, we have one more game that we have prepared for this round. But this time, it's going to be our contestants who are giving our story.